Introducing REV, Robotic Enhanced Vehicles. Connect your device with a REV card, and it's completely under your control. The other car can sense where you are, driven by an artificially intelligent CPU drone. You have the firepower, but do you have the skill? The REV drone knows where to strike. The question is, how will you strike back? You can challenge the REV drone, or battle against your friends. Drive into REV multiplayer with up to 12 vehicles. Drive to survive. Survive to win. REV, Robotic Enhanced Vehicles. Starter pack comes with 2 vehicles. Smart ramp and other vehicles sold separately. Batteries not included.
Today I brought my best friend Love and Learn.
Hello, let's play.
Wow. Love and Learn talks and plays games. Press his paw and he tells stories.
Follow Little Red Riding Hood into the forest.
He even controls my tablet with his paws when we play games.
That's it.
Play the message from Mom.
Oh, yeah.
Good job, Johnny.
Can I play with Love and Learn? He's so soft. Yeah.
Love and Learn talks and plays games. Batteries sold separately.
Rode microphones are the official microphones of BeTerrific. Find out more at rodemic.com. Wowee! Oh my God, we are here live at New York Comic Con 2015. This is your live continuing coverage on BeTerrific, BeTerrific.com. And you know what? Nothing can stop us. We totally took down our service provider. They are done for the day, or who knows how long. Sorry, we're not available. So we just switched. We're now broadcasting live on YouTube for you guys. Streaming live from the Jacob K. Javits Center in New York City at BeTerrific TV on all social media. Join the Slack chat to join us and the rest of the Terrifics, because you are the Terrifics. You make BeTerrific special. Join us in the Slack chat, BeTerrific.com/Slack. You can join the conversation in real time, and this is amazing. It's been a lot of fun so far. We're going to be here all 4 days. I've got the guys from Back in Time. These guys are amazing. We've had them on set before, never in studio. We should have you guys in studio, because it's funny that you're always in our mobile studio. We've got executive producer Louis Krubich. He's joining us for the first time. And, of course, we've got Jason and Lee. These guys are unbelievable. And you know the film Back in Time. It comes out in just a couple days. How excited are you guys?
It's unbelievable. I mean, last time we met with you, we were still a couple months out, and now 13 days.
Yeah.
13 days. We are very amped.
October 21st.
And the last time we spoke, it's crazy here, isn't it? Somebody's whistling like with a bullhorn.
That woman just took her shirt off.
Whoa. Hey now. To quote Howard Stern, sorry, I can't do that
all
without
good,
you.
all good.
Now I feel like it's the Howard Stern show. What was it? I lost my train of thought. What did you say? There was okay.
woman took
So October 21st, the film comes out.
Yes.
It's going to be everywhere, right?
Yeah, we got super amazingly lucky. Our distributor, Gravitas Ventures, put this film, there's nowhere it isn't. It's going to be available on Netflix on the 21st, so no holdback period for Netflix. But it is available right now on iTunes and Amazon.
I am buying it. I will watch it tonight. I had no idea.
You won't watch it tonight. It's available for pre-order on iTunes and Amazon.
Oh, wow. He reeled me in.
We can get you an advance copy.
Oh, my God. I would
October
love that.
21st, it's available on all those platforms.
I will be on a plane October 21st flying back from Vegas from a convention we're covering for the FAA. Then I'm doing Photo Plus the next day here. So if we could get an advance copy to me, I'd love to watch that.
We could definitely make something happen there.
And I could talk about it.
So we have, it's iTunes actually this weekend. There's going to be a sale. So it will be, I believe Saturday and Sunday. It will be about half off. So you can pre-buy for half off on iTunes.
Price.
Yeah.
I like that. First of all, also, the last time we spoke, 2 things happened right after. Number one, you guys introduced us to Bill Shea and Patrick Shea. We went up there and did amazing stuff. A 2.5-hour epic interview with them, and we did this 360 video that's unbelievable.
Awesome. You have to check that out if you
with their
haven't seen
Back to the Future cars. You have to check that out. You've seen it, right?
I have seen it.
Yeah.
It was mind-blowing.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. And it's the future. It really is the future, which is cool. I mean, you're in the DeLorean, and you can look left or look right if you have one of these headsets. If not, you just move your phone left or right, and you can see the flux capacitor capacitor. You can see the ceiling. You never get to see the ceiling. You can see the gear shift.
Whoever thought that Oculus technology and 3D, and I mean, whoever thought that wasn't ever going to take off, wrong.
Yes. So thank you for introducing us to them. They're great people. Absolutely. And they might even be here. They might even show up. What I wanted to say also is that Apple talked about all of us, and they loved our interview. And we all are Apple fanboys. We love Apple. I now have the watch thanks to you. You basically said you have to get this, and I found a way to get it. That's it.
See?
Yeah.
All you got to do is go to the Apple Store, I'm sure.
Yeah. But and then we talked about Final Cut. You cut the whole movie on Final Cut X, which blows my mind.
Yeah, I mean, it was a cool conversation. When we interviewed, Lee introduced me to Tom Griffin, who was a recommendation from other people in the industry. Actually, his recommendation was, if this guy's available, he has to cut your film. Exactly. And we interviewed one editor, and he was it. And in the meeting, I said, hey, have you ever worked with Final Cut Pro before? Or Final Cut X, I should say. And he said, no. I said, look, we've been shooting this film for a year and a half already at this point, and I have been organizing and logging all the footage in Final Cut. So either you're editing this film in Final Cut or it's not going to work. And he obliged. He went ahead and did it, and he learned a new piece of software to edit this film, and I think there are things he liked about it, things he disliked, but all in all, it was a great experience with Apple, and I have on my to-do list, they want us to write an article for them and just kind of let them know how the experience went.
Very cool, and that's our boy Tim David, who's an awesome guy. We made the introduction there, and you guys are just awesome people. Before I ask you, Louis, because I got to know how you got involved with the project, you guys gave these out at your panel this morning. These are the Pepsi
this is
Perfect.
Awesome. Yes. How many people? 500 of these were given out as a surprise at our morning panel. We had a guest in the audience come up because we told them that it was going to be the 30-year-old Pepsi that was in the Rob Klein clip that you can find online, probably on our social media platforms or somewhere. But we had a big fan come up, and he drank the 30-year-old Pepsi. Although he thought it was a 30-year-old Pepsi, it was actually just Pepsi from this morning that we filled up.
That's hilarious.
He thought it was it. He was a trooper. He did it. And then we announced to the audience that we're going to give everyone one Pepsi bottle. The room went crazy, and everyone got one. So very neat. Yeah,
very, very cool. And how are you guys involved with Pepsi now? What is exactly the deal? I know you're at the Pepsi Cafe here, and you're going to be making appearances, talking to people. That's exciting. Any of our terrifics who are coming here, come visit us, booth NC110 between North and Main Halls, but also go see these guys. There's a DeLorean there, a tribute car from the movie Back to the Future, and of course, go see you guys and hang out. So before I ask that, how did you get involved with Pepsi? I'm losing my mind here.
I think Pepsi responded to the fans. They knew that fans wanted to see Pepsi Perfect. It is the year 2015. So they very secretly planned this out for months in terms of how to do this and how to roll this out. They selected New York Comic Con. Obviously, we're just 2 weeks for our film and Future Day, October 21st, 2015. So they came to us. They said, "Listen, guys."
It was a natural fit. Lee kind of worked his resources and was able, thankfully, to get us a panel. So we were very excited about doing the panel. And then once they decided on this campaign, they reached out, spoke with our team, and it was kind of it fit naturally.
I think I sent a group text to these guys saying, "Guys, you got to look at your email, sign this NDA. We need to talk. This is a huge thing." And it was all about that Pepsi was coming in and they were going to be releasing these bottles. And when they told me, I was flipping out. I couldn't wait to tell these guys. I was like, we're going to be part of. It's almost like if Nike was releasing the self-lacing shoes.
They're not.
That's too bad. They say there's still time. They can do it by the end of the year.
There's still time.
They
Listen,
said
as far as we know, the 21st it's going to happen. Who knows?
Right.
But point is that this is like being involved with Mattel and the hoverboards 5 years ago for the 25th anniversary.
Right.
We knew this was going to be huge, and as soon as they told us, we were so excited, and we all got to hold one today for the first time.
And NDA or not, you know how hard it was for me not to tell everyone I know?
Oh, of course.
I had 4 personal friends who came to the panel this morning, and I was so excited that they were gonna see the surprise for the first time. It was so hard not to tell them.
Can everyone hear all of us?
Oh yeah.
They can hear what we say, all 3 of us over here? Like live?
Out there. That's why when his mic was a little low, and then when it got boosted, he caught it on fire, actually. When it got boosted, it was like, boom! Yeah.
That is cool.
Does that make you nervous?
No, that's an interesting element that I didn't know was happening, and it's awesome. So,
Yeah,
very
and when
cool.
we give stuff away, the people go nuts. The people, they can stand and watch.
Hi,
and
people.
stuff. Yeah.
You can hear
Hi,
us, right?
everybody.
See?
There you go,
Look
yeah.
at that.
So when I called out that woman, they heard it all.
She heard that, yeah. That's why
All right,
she
all
quickly covered up when I turned around. How did you get involved in the film, Louis?
Jay and I have been very close buds since high school. Yeah, we went to college together, and then when I graduated, we both kind of fell into the production world. And when Jay came up with the idea to do this documentary, I launched Malcolm Media Group, a production company, and we kind of partnered on this and got it going.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
really, really awesome. And when he first came to you with this idea, were you like, yes, I have to be on board, or did you have to be convinced?
Tell the truth.
I'm gonna tell the truth.
The
full
truth.
I'm telling you in
honesty.
advance, tell the truth.
I'm gonna tell the truth.
You will be called out.
I wasn't convinced. I wasn't convinced. I told them, if we crowdfund this, our friends and family are not going to be enough to finance this film.
Sure.
So we do have to make sure this is something the community actually wants. And I wasn't sold. And so we went out. Jay did a ton of research. And we found out that this is something that the community wants. And the more and more we get into this, at every step of the way, I am wowed by how big the community is, the international support that we have, not just domestically. So I am still, at this point, 2 years later, every single thing that happens, I'm wowed by.
Yeah.
The first Kickstarter campaign, $45,000, completely surprised. The second Kickstarter campaign, $143,000, completely surprised. Our film being on Netflix, completely surprised.
So
tour, completely surprised.
Where do you guys go from here? Because I was thinking about this last night. Like, I was thinking you were going to make some big announcement, like they're going to do a reboot, and you guys are going to direct. And but like I imagine like somebody like Spielberg's got to call you up eventually and be like, I loved it, guys. I saw it, I loved it, and you guys got to do something with me, or I got to help you in your career. Where do you guys go from here? And do you work as a team, or are you like, yeah, we still do I do my thing, I do my thing, and I do my thing? Where's it go?
I mean, the first place we go is on tour. That's the first thing that happens.
Yeah, well, I was going to get to the tour. And
Yeah, that's
pretty
the
cool.
first place we go. But no, to answer your question, I have an idea for another documentary. Should I put it out there?
Come
Not
on.
yet. There's a lot
Come
of
on,
ideas
it's
being
BeTerrific.
discussed.
You gotta.
There's a lot of
It's
ideas
sports,
being
it's-
discussed.
There are no. The truth is, we have been banging our heads like, what's next? What's next? What's next?
So you do want to work together, though.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
Yeah,
well, Louis,
absolutely.
I mean,
Yeah, it's like a family.
Louis and I work together regularly outside of this.
And Lee?
Yeah, but give him a plug from off. Like, what do you guys talk about the box?
Well,
okay.
we do a lot on the Walker side. We are very close, the three of us. It's like
Yeah.
one small Jewish family. And Lee, I am amazed. Lee brought on an asset to this team that we didn't have, and he brought so much value there that I don't know if the next documentary, if we don't have Lee or we don't have Jay or we don't have myself, I don't think it's going to be the same project. So I think there is definitely a project that we need to come to agreement with that we want to work on together.
Right.
Jay's big into the sports.
Is that hard, though? So he's like big into sports. What were you going to say? You're into what?
Oh, there we
Yeah.
go, back in time.
There it is.
Thank you very much.
That's a great shirt.
There
Where do
you
we
go.
get that?
1.21 gigawatts. Love it.
Yeah.
We're discussing at Malcolm Media Group.
You're very welcome.
It was awesome. Thank you, Bo.
We got fans everywhere. We got
Yeah,
fans.
so,
I mean, listen.
It's awesome.
New York Comic Con.
Rock on,
Right in our
baby.
backyard.
We're arguing internally at Malcolm Media Group on either a documentary about cannabis and about our generation's gold rush out west for the legalization of cannabis in that whole industry.
That is a gold rush.
Or about the...
Can I tell you something? This is totally amazing, and
Yeah.
it might be fodder for your documentary. I was out in Vegas for NAB last year, and I get invited by these potential investors in BeTerrific to come meet some other investors, and they were all in town all major investors with venture capitalists. They were all in town for a cannabis convention to find out about the equipment, the growing, and to find out about the companies they might invest in. And they all were like, oh, and I'm like, hey, BeTerrific, would you like to? And they're like, we're doing that, we're doing it. And they're all, and it's the gold rush. It's unbelievable. So I was thinking that when I was there, like, wow, this would be kind of an amazing Netflix documentary right here. I was like in the middle, and then they were throwing down the black cards. We were at the pool at the Cosmo Private VIP after that. They're throwing down American Express black cards. There are girls popping tops and everything
Where
into
was
the
our
hot
invite
tubs.
to this event?
I didn't know I was invited. They were like, you got to come, and then I show up, and I think I'm like in a suit. I'm like, hi, I'd like to tell you about BeTerrific, and they're like, dude, what? Be what? What's that? I'm like, it's online video. Oh, that's a great area. We want to get involved in that. And they're like, I'm like, oh, so what are you guys all doing in town? They're like, yeah. And then I couldn't say anything. There was nothing I could have said to them that would have gotten them to even say anything to me.
Or
the
that
rest
they
of the
might
night.
have remembered in the morning.
Yeah, right.
No, and that's the thing. They partied really hard, and they were like, hey, come on, jump in the limo. They wanted to keep going. It's 3 in the morning. I got to be on set at 6. I'm like, guys, get me to my hotel room.
So what else we got?
So we were thinking about the crisis of the college loans, something called debt fugitives.
That's
just how serious it's getting to the point where there's college students who are being harassed because of their college loans. They're going to other countries. They're donating their kidneys, their organs.
Wow.
There's kids committing suicide because of the amount of stress that college loans have. And we want to really look into it and see how serious of a problem this really is.
That's a good one. And if you do sports, you talk to me because I know a lot of athletes and we can help you make.
I mean, one of our clients that I'd gone to NYU and I got a master's degree in sports business back in 2010, and they brought me back in after I graduated. So what we brought to Malka, they started a program called the NYU Sports and Society Program. Yeah. So guess I'm giving them a free plug right now.
There you go.
And and what they do, they basically look at issues in sports on a very academic level, concussions, youth academics, all this stuff, and from the things that we've shot, I mean, you can't name an athlete that we haven't shot for NYU. We shot, for your sports fans out there, I was sitting next to Fred Wilpon, New York Mets, in his box while Matt Harvey was pitching. Like, that's the kind of access that they have. And just being around that.
Fred's a great guy.
One of the nicest guys I've ever met.
He was friends with my grandfather, and I used to play golf with him when I was 12. No, that's not a joke.
One of the nicest guys.
Yeah.
I met him. I probably met him about 3 or 4 times at this point, and I told Lewis this. I am shocked that he knows me by name.
Every time Jay meets him, he's like, he remembered my name, Lou.
It's crazy. He does, because so Jay Horowitz is the head of PR for the Mets, and Jay was giving me a hard time when I started my career. And I told him, I gave him a little pushback, and I never really do this. I said, listen, don't make me call Fred. And he goes, stop name dropping. And I said, listen, this is not name dropping. There's a difference between a fact, Jay, and a threat. This is a fact. And he was like, and he hung up the phone. And I called Fred, and I had a credential after that. And and so he still didn't think like I knew Fred. He thought I knew who Fred was, and somebody made a call who made a call, right? So I get on the field, and Fred was on the field for batting practice, and Fred walked up to me right in front of Jay. It was like almost like it was made to happen. Fred goes, "Hey Michael, how's it going? My people treating you okay and everything? Everything's good?" And I'm like, he put his arm around me. He's like, "Tell me what you're doing." So we have this great conversation, probably 2 minutes. It felt like a year, okay? He walks away. Jay walks up to me right behind me, and he goes, "You really do know Fred, huh?" And I go, "Yeah." And he goes, "Welcome to the bigs, kid." I was like, wow. Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, I filmed an interview with Jay Horowitz and Marty Appel. Marty's, of course, the Yankees PR guy for a million years, so the two of them, that was one of the first interviews I ever shot.
Does Jay remind you of Droopy at all?
Yes. Yes.
Well, you were the head of PR for the Mets and the head of PR for the Yankees?
Yeah, in a moderated interview.
Well, and the thing that's very interesting, you might not even know this, is that they help each other out when one's in the playoffs and the other isn't, because they know it so well. So you'll see Jay on the field for the Yankees or vice versa. You'll probably see...
It'll be vice versa then.
Well, now, yes. Let's go, Mets, go.
That's right.
So you guys are going to continue to work together. I like that, and you're going to go on the road. Tell me about the tour. I'm excited, and anything happens with that. I mean, anything goes. Congratulations, by the way. That's wonderful.
Yeah, so when we started talking to Gravitas a few months ago, they said, well, we're interested in all your North American rights. We want online, we want streaming, and we want theatrical. So we said, well, what do you have in mind for theatrical? They said, oh, we'd like to do a premiere. So we said, we kind of had bigger plans. So once we decided that they weren't going to handle our theatrical release, we got together, and I said to Lou, all right, dude, we're going to do this one more time. Let's go to the well, and let's put together the most amazing Back to the Future experience that we could possibly offer fans. And what that meant was...
this is an experience.
So we put together a 15-stop, 13-city tour, starting in Oakland, California, coming down to L.A., Vegas, and then we head east through the Southern Belt, up the East Coast, Baltimore, Nashville, New Orleans, up New York, and we finish in Boston. And so it's 13 cities, 15 stops. LA and New York, we're going to have 2. And we're going to be there we're getting a tour bus. We're getting a legitimate.
Wow, that is so cool.
The band POD was just on the bus that we're getting on.
Wow. Yeah. Well, you're having that sanitized first, I imagine.
Well, that's what I'm hearing. They're like, are they going to clean it? So this is a massive, 50-foot tour bus.
This is my dream. I want to do that with BeTerrific and go to football training camps.
That's what we're doing. And we're going to have the tour. You're going to see the film. We'll get on stage for a Q&A, anything you want to know. Then there's a band in our film called the Flux Capacitors. They're an 80s tribute band. They dress up like Back to the Future characters, and they play not only the Back to the Future hits, but they have a library of like 200 songs that they do from the 80s. So they're going to do an hour set for everybody. And these venues, these are all big concert halls. These aren't like small movie theaters. The average seating size is 1,400 at each one of these.
Wow.
So these are big, yeah.
There's going to be celebrities from the movie at these events. There's going to be
Claudia Wells, Jennifer Parker,
Yeah.
Don Fulov, who played Mayor Goldie Wilson, Jeffrey Weissman.
You guys, will you Skype in from the tour and we'll continue to promote it?
Oh, for sure.
Oh,
We'll Skype
Absolutely.
in from the top of the bus.
Yes.
We have a
Are
T-Mobile.
you going to surf it like Teen Wolf?
We'll take a 360 GoPro and we'll just spin it.
They have like Wi-Fi on the bus, so we can definitely make that happen. And then we're gonna have a DeLorean time machine. So
is it going to be one of the Shays or a different one?
No, a different one.
Okay, so the interesting thing about the Shays, I got to ask you this. I don't care about prices. I never want to ask. I think it's rude or like what you paid for something. But Bill wound up telling me on air, and I know it's probably public knowledge.
It is public.
Yeah.
It was in our
Because
first
Bill's
trailer.
not like that.
Yeah.
Bill's not like that
No,
either.
I don't mean it like
Yeah,
that.
no. He only shares the price of that car because it was an auction. So
right,
it's public,
it was
yeah.
public knowledge. But I never looked because I don't want to know. But he told me on air, it wound up coming out. And so were you blown away by that?
You know, it's funny.
Because on air,
you hear the number, and of course, for those who don't know, for your fans, that he paid $540,000 for a screen-used Back to the Future 3 car. It's the only privately held screen-used DeLorean.
Okay, so I got to tell you, it's very hard to impress me, especially on air, to like, whoa. And when he told me that, I almost fell out of the chair. I'm not kidding.
You weren't impressed by that you were in the presence of the screen-used Back to the Future 3 DeLorean
No, but
first?
that had settled down. Like I was. That was in the morning.
It took about 5 hours. I think when we were getting in the car to leave, that's when I finally settled down. About
Well, hold on a second. He let me sit in it. Like the whole thing, I was overwhelmed from the minute I got there. But then it settled down, and I got to do an interview, and I settle in, and I'm doing this interview, and it's like the end of the interview, and he's like, and I don't know how I don't remember, but he wasn't like boasting or anything. He just dropped the
You know,
figure.
it's funny.
Like,
I don't remember who. It was somebody upstairs in the Pepsi booth. We just had this conversation an hour ago, and they said, "Oh, I saw your trailer, and the guy paid like $500,000 for a DeLorean." And I said, "Yeah."
I was like, "Wait a minute, Bill! You paid $500,000 for a DeLorean?"
Until you actually think about it, and we've had time to let this settle in, and you realize, you know what? It's actually really cheap.
It is cheap, but no, it is.
It's the most famous. Look, you could buy a Batmobile from like a Nolan production, but there's a bajillion different Batmobiles. This is, and I mean different types of Batmobiles.
Sure.
And he spent a lot more money on, like, in total.
No, I mean,
But forgetting
number.
that, if you could get the most popular movie car, right, that nobody will ever own
anyone
for
that
$500,000
$500,000 for any sort of car, it's impressive.
It is.
For that one,
it is. But here's the thing. My brain went, $500,000. That isn't that bad. Whoa, $500,000, not $50,000. $500,000.
Yeah,
because he said like 500,000. But I'll tell you what. I agree with you. I think it's a bargain. But the thing is, most people would use it to make money. He uses it to raise for charity, and so then it's like, whoa. But that makes him like the most super fan, I think. All right. One question though. What I then died to know is how much did he pay to restore that truck? That's what I'm dying to know. And I think it's $150,000. That's my guess, because he won't let anybody near it. He let me sit in the DeLorean, barely sit in the truck, and I rode in the tribute car.
Well, we took a parade down Lower Manhattan. Lewis sat in the tribute car, and I sat in the truck next to Patrick, driving through Lower Manhattan.
That's crazy.
During the Tribeca Film Festival. That was unreal.
All right, before you guys got to go. I know that. Where can people? No, you guys have given us more than enough time, and we took down our service provider, so that took up a little bit of time.
Yeah, congratulations to you. You killed live stream.
Live stream, step it up. Come on.
Look at you.
Thank you. I'm going to give the Steph Curry.
Thank you, terrific.
That's you notice you're a sports fan. You notice Steph Curry. Everybody else scores. They're like, yeah. He scores. He's like,
very
he's
calculated.
Angry.
2 fists, Hulk style. Yeah.
Angry. Like, let me tell you something, brother. Or like
Hulk reference.
Hulk. All right. So, is there anything else you guys need to say or want to say?
Yeah. So I mean, now's the time. Get your hands on the film. Definitely come to the tour. I mean, it's going to be
That's what I was
unreal.
going to say. How do people find out about the tour?
So I'll get you the commercial so you can pipe it into the commercial stream here. But if you go to our homepage, backintimefilm.com, everything kind of stems from there. On the homepage, there's a link to the tour page. We shot an awesome video. We were on the back lot about 3 weeks ago, right in front of the clock tower. Bob Gale, Claudia Wells, Don Fulov came out. We shot a 2-minute commercial.
You guys are
which
rock
is online.
stars. What is it like? Seriously, what is it like? You have fans running up to you. You're at the clock tower. You're with the stars.
I eat my lunches on the roof of the clock tower.
You've got a freaking rock band. Like a tour. A real legit POD was on it.
I mean, to be totally honest,
that's as close as Shay's ever going to be to becoming a rock star. Jay was always wanted to go on tour, and now's his chance.
Listen, this guy, he's giving him a hard time. He's probably more excited than anybody.
Oh, I'm amped. I'm amped.
Yeah.
I'm very, very excited.
Yeah.
This is gonna be once in a lifetime. But
I mean, the whole thing is very humbling. When we started this, when we were sitting up in the same barn you were 2.5 years ago, hoping that maybe we could raise our initial Kickstarter goal, which was $33,000, like thinking maybe this could happen. From that to this, I mean, first of all, it's life-changing for all of us, and it's incredibly humbling to. I almost laugh. It's like people come up to us and they're like,
because we don't feel like we actually did anything big. Oh, we told a story of how big the trilogy is because of the fans, and that's the only reason we're able to do anything of what we're doing.
Well, you did it for the fans.
Because of the fans. Yeah, we did it. It was for the fans, by the fans. All we were able to do was deliver it to them. So, it doesn't feel like we did anything big because we just told a story of the fans and of what the influence the film has.
It feels big at something like this. When we're being interviewed by you, when we're presenting to a panel, that's when it feels big. When we got into 6 film festivals coming up, so
that's right.
I mean,
one of them happened already, Australia.
Yeah, yes. So to have these people who are professionals look at us and say, we're accrediting your film, we're giving you these laurels. You guys did a great, and these are professional critics, and
people ask us for autographs. Like, what the hell is that?
That's the weirdest part, signing stuff.
I could imagine.
You know how many of those we signed today?
I could imagine. I know, but I get it.
Wow, that's not easy to sign.
No, I get it though. We get the same thing, and I'm like, me? What? Sure, okay. I get stopped in airports sometimes. I got stopped on the subway last year. I never even ride the subway. At first, I thought it was a joke. I was like, who set this up? But then it was a spontaneous thing. Like, I got stuck in traffic. I hopped the subway, and I never ride the subway, so nobody knew I was on the subway. It was impossible. And they're like, we saw your Comic-Con coverage, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, wait, who are you? What? Who put you up to this? So I get it, but okay, 2 things. Are you guys able to make any money off of this? Have you been able to make some money off of it? You should. You deserve it.
Our credit card bills are going to be paid off.
Good, excellent.
That'll be
okay. And Jenny,
pay for some of the credit
we have a ton of questions from the Terrifics in the chat room. I know you don't have time. Well, I got one. This is the best one, I think. I picked it out from Jenny. He's in Finland watching, and he wants to know, of all the things you've done, maybe you shot a scene in the film. You can't really talk about the scene. What is your favorite moment surrounding everything you've done leading up to this point? Whether it's something you shot for the film or just this stuff.
For me, as the director of this film, interviewing Robert Zemeckis, the director of that film, a guy with a career that you could, in your wildest drug-induced dreams, hope that you could ever get to what he is, and to sit like this close to him and interview him for my film was. There's just something about that.
You
moment.
got to do something I would love to have done, and I almost don't want to say it because I happen to know. Bill told me it's in the film, and you got to do something amazing. I have to leave it at that. I can't ruin the film for anybody. Not even this part, because this is an amazing part of the film. So much cool stuff, but you really got to do something amazing with the DeLorean. That's all I'll say. Was that unbelievable for you as a director to do that with the DeLorean?
I think all of it.
What is he talking about specifically?
No, don't say it.
Okay.
It's a spoiler. It's totally a spoiler.
Okay,
you know what it is.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I'm just glad you didn't say anything about a hoverboard, because the hoverboard for me was that was when you get on a hoverboard and you're hovering.
Yeah.
And that's real.
That's got to be pretty amazing.
And obviously, as a producer, you say the director, as a producer, meeting Bob Gale and having Bob Gale's involvement.
Yeah.
I'd say, and I said this at our Tribeca panel, meeting and interviewing and sitting down with Bill and Patrick Shea. That was the first shoot we ever did. It was for the Kickstarter. We drove up there, the barn, the light show, that whole family to me is amazing, and it meant a lot.
And then you went on a cruise night. You saw the fans and how ferocious they were, and also those guys are so positive. I'm sure that they were like, guys, you're onto something. You're going to do something great, and they kind of like spurred you guys on.
Yeah,
is that correct?
They do.
All right, I know you got to go. Thank you so much for your time. You're welcome. Anytime on BeTerrific, and we want you to Skype in when you're on the road.
Absolutely.
Listen, it's backintimefilm.com. Is that correct? 100%.
Backintimefilm.com. 13 days. 13 days.
Backintimefilm.com.
iTunes sale this weekend.
iTunes sale this weekend.
Tour tickets on sale right now. They're going to sell out in New York over this weekend, I think. So
they're
get them
everywhere.
now.
Nashville, all everywhere.
And we'll do anything for that to support it. If you want us there or streaming or something, we'll do it. We want you to Skype in. And in addition, I will watch it and talk about the film, and we'll keep pushing it with the commercials and everything. You guys are amazing. We've got Lee, Jason, and Lewis. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Enjoy the rest of Comic-Con. Don't be a stranger. Come by and say hello. We're at booth NC110. You wanted to say something. I'm not going to cut you off.
Just thank you to the Terrifics as well. Thank you for
I
tuning
love
in.
that. That's the best moment. All right, you guys are the best. You are the Terrifics. We'll be back with a whole lot more right after this. Don't go anywhere. We're live from Comic-Con, and nothing can stop us, baby.
Introducing REV, robotic enhanced vehicles. Connect your device with a REV card, and it's completely under your control. The other car can sense where you are, driven by an artificially intelligent CPU drone. You have the firepower, but do you have the skill? The REV drone knows where to strike. The question is, how will you strike back? You can challenge the REV drone, or battle against your friends. Drive into REV multiplayer with up to 12 vehicles. Drive to survive. Survive to win. REV, robotic enhanced vehicles. Starter pack comes with 2 vehicles. Smart ramp and other vehicles sold separately. Batteries not included.
Today I brought my best friend Love and Learn.
Hello, let's play.
Wow. Love and Learn talks and plays games. Press his paw and he tells stories.
Follow Little Red Riding Hood into the forest.
He even controls my tablet with his paws when we play games.
That's it.
Play the message from Mom.
Oh yeah!
Good job, Johnny.
Can I play with Love and Learn? He's so soft. Yeah.
Love and Learn talks and plays games. Batteries sold separately.
My favorite 2 devices are my iPhone and iPad. I really love them. And I really want to ditch the laptop so that I can just use the iPhone and iPad on the road. Well, if I do that, that means that I have to be able to bring my BeTerrific content with me. And I'm so excited to announce that now you can. We teamed up with Como, COMO.com. You can go build your own app there to build our app. And we've got an amazing app. Not only is it in the Apple iTunes Store, it's also in the Android Store and the Amazon Kindle Store. And you can get your app just by going to BeTerrific.com/app. It's free and it's fun. You can interact with us and engage with us. You can follow us socially, and you can watch all our content on the go, including our